Welcome back to another spicy episode of The Careful Boys, where the question is, why is Trump suing the BBC for, or threatening to, $1 billion?
$1 billion?
I think this white guy knows.
Huh? I was just stretching my arm. I have no idea. I have no clue.
Spread the news, dude. We do news here.
Didn't he sue a bunch of other news?
Yes.
Because,
CBS, he sued 60 Minutes.
Yeah, they were like editing some stuff.
Because there was a very blatant, they were able to actually pinpoint what was edited and how. Yeah. And it made it sound like the speech he was giving was in fact inciting the January 6th riot.
Indeed. But what you're talking about, he sued 60 Minutes because they doctored a Kamala interview.
Oh, that's right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And they made her sound more coherent.
Yeah. And then they forced her to show the whole clip.
Yeah.
And then they just took different...
The whole clip is like gobbledygook shit. It's really bad, yeah. So that's like the kind of what's going on. He's also sued other outlets as well and settled out of court. So like, it's kind of what he's been doing.
Okay, we'll watch this clip real quick.
$1 billion of lawsuit? Jesus.
Well, that's what you do, right? You go big and then they settle.
Let's watch this clip. Make sure my volume's on. Check.
We're going to walk down to the Capitol.
BBC
and I'll
edit.
be there with you. And we fight. We fight like hell. We're going to walk down to the Capitol. And we're going to cheer on
Wow.
our brave senators and...
Completely different.
Wow. Wow, that's crazy.
Damn, dude.
And then there's like a 40-minute gap of his speech, and then it goes to the clip of, and we fight like hell.
40 minutes,
Wow,
bro.
that's insane.
It's actually a different. So he gave 2 speeches that day, right? So they cut to a different speech completely and a different moment of a different speech. So it's totally
That's
slanderous.
a completely different message.
Yeah.
I'd sue too. That's fucking crazy.
Not to mention, as we featured on JK before, which I'm sure a lot of people got pissed off about, but I don't give a fuck. He also said peacefully and patriotically, let them hear your voice, right? And like that was omitted from almost every news broadcast that I've ever seen about January 6th.
I mean, I know all the opinions on this dude are locked in. Not trying to change anyone's mind on anything here, but focusing on the lawsuit part, how much? $1 billion?
$1 billion.
Is that the biggest one so far that he's done against the media?
I don't know. But my take is, no matter if you like Trump or not, the truth is the truth. You should just see what he actually said. Like that's the whole thing. Like,
Yeah, my take is on the like altering of the truth and the actual footage, regardless of who's speaking, because that's just dangerous.
yeah, if it was Obama, I'd be just as
You
pissed.
could take your favorite guy and fuck them up in your own brain, or they could take the guy that
Well,
you
yeah.
hate and fuck them up in your own brain. And then now it's they're controlling the narrative, and then now there's someone that has a bottle or a firewall behind the truth and you, and that part's scary.
Exactly. And they think it's up to them to filter this news for you because you're too stupid to make the right decision.
Well, then that got you cited as a source for like all the accusations of him inciting the riot.
If I saw that first clip, I would, and that's the only thing I saw, I would have thought that he was trying to rally up everybody
Yeah.
on January 6th to go fucking do the insurrection. I would have believed it. So I don't blame the people that saw that and believed that that's what Trump did. But that's where Trump, it makes sense why he's suing him, because it's like, dude, because of you, now everyone thinks that I started the insurrection.
And literally in like a 20 minutes ago update, the BBC has apologized to Donald Trump, admitting it made an error of judgment in broadcasting a panorama episode with an edited speech by the American leader, but refused his request for compensation. It said it would not broadcast the episode in any form again, and that Chairman Samir Shah has sent a personal letter to the White House to apologize for the editing of the speech. Spokesperson said, while the BBC sincerely regrets the manner in which the video clip was edited, we strongly disagree there is a basis for a defamation claim.
And the damage was done. Like, so the problem is that like all redaction claims, when news media comes out and says like we got this wrong, which happens all the time, they never get as many hits as the sensationalist headline thing ever. So that's the issue for me personally, is not everyone will be exposed to that truth. I know that already because hella people online constantly talk about this situation and say Trump made everyone walk into the Capitol. I'm like, bro, you.
And I'm still mad about how people think when you eat carrots, you get better eyes. Better
Yeah,
eyesight?
it's all
No.
bullshit.
They
all
they
bullshit.
retract.
Is
they
that
redact
bullshit?
shit. They
Total
See,
bullshit.
you believe that?
Yeah.
They fucking redacted that shit ages ago, but people don't fucking.
Remember
know
how they
that
said
part?
cholesterol comes from like eggs? Don't eat too many eggs and don't
Yep.
eat red meat.
The yolk specific.
Yeah, and
And
then
then now cholesterol's good for you.
Oops.
It's fucking really good, actually.
Where's that loss?
I can't wait till they redact the cancerous materials in flaming hot Cheetos.
I can't wait till they redact the cancerous materials in your apartment building. Like, warning, your apartment building has cancerous materials. Just walk into your car like, oh shit.
Don't people still believe that Flaming Hot Cheetos were invented by that Mexican guy?
It's
he
not?
Was he Mexican?
No. Mexican janitor guy?
Dude, all my shit's fucked up. I'm suing everybody, dude. I don't know shit. Everything's. And Marilyn Manson, he take out his own ribs and suck his own dick.
No, he did that.
No, that was Richard Gere.
My buddy in 3rd grade said he did that.
Damn. It's not that Hispanic. I thought they were gonna make a movie about it.
They did. They made it. It's complete bullshit.
Fucking shit.
Richard Gere shoved a hamster up his ass.
Dude, that's probably the most unfortunate one. Like, what did he ever do to anybody?
Damn, dude.
What did Richard Gere do to anybody?
I don't know, but whatever he did, it came back and hit him hard.
I think there's an interesting conversation to the idea that BBC is technically a UK company, right?
Yeah.
So then you have to like follow the money in a sense and think about like what an incentive for like a non-US company to like involve themselves in a certain way where it's willing to report the news in a certain bias.
Yeah, that's true. Because they hate Trump over there because of the media, right? But they loved Obama.
Yeah.
Well, it also depends on what are they left leaning or right leaning.
We know they're left leaning.
Well, I don't know. Now
Hella
they're
left-leaning.
left. But then there was a minute where they were kind of right.
Well, they've always been jingoistic, if you like that term, right? Like they've always been like pro-war, like Iraq war. They were selling the same lines we're selling over here.
Well, because Tony Blair at the
Exactly.
time was
Exactly right.
riding with us. But I don't know if that was the sentiment of the people.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Who knows what the people really did, man?
But that was like they were selling and people were buying enough
Yeah.
where there wasn't uprisings over there during it. So
But politically, they're more left than we are. Like they
Yeah.
even have socialist and communist parties like in their
openly.
Well, they're the ones
Yeah.
arresting people for freaking tweets and
That's crazy.
for, like talking crap
Yeah.
in comments.
But I was
Yeah,
just
it's
speaking
crazy.
specifically of BBC, and so if BBC,
Well, if there's a right or left wing,
they are, then it makes sense why they would be in line. Just kind of like,
Yes.
you know, during COVID, there's that one where they show one
Yep.
person with one talking point about why you got to get the vaccine. And then they show news anchors from Pakistan, wherever, fucking Asia,
Yep.
Indonesia. It's like everyone had the same exact fucking
Word for
talking
word.
points.
And then CNN made Joe Rogan green.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So again, if it's so bad, you don't have to sell people. It's already just bad. So like if what Trump said is so bad, you don't have to sell people. You don't have to edit things. You just leave it alone and like just let everyone see the truth. But like that's what's fucked up to me.
yeah. But I think those outlets are owned by some like it's all becoming conglomerates now, right? Because like
Mm-hmm.
it might be a British company, but it might be owned. The root might be owned by like Viacom or whatever, like
Yeah.
whatever. Like there's that whole post of there's like three or
Five
five
companies
right?
that
and
own
then
all the
you'll
media.
see the whole pyramid of
Yeah.
like, and then there's Australian news, there's American, there's like all kinds of shit.
But like
like,
some
in
people
there.
think that's a conspiracy theory, which is nuts. You can literally just see it for yourself. Like they're all owned by like 5 companies.
I mean, with his track record, there's gonna probably be some form of compensation, some form of settlement. Won't be $1 billion, but like Trump's gonna get some XYZ millions amount of dollars. And then he's also going to talk about it, and he's going to be like, "Yeah, I made this from them too." Because
He just did that on 60 Minutes. He was like, "You guys just paid me a shitload of money because like you guys messed up."
You know what's a really interesting thing though is like how many times that we've heard the insurrection compared to the Holocaust, compared to 9/11. That means all of those statements that have been circulating about it being that bad can technically be used as evidence for his damages.
Yeah, for his defamation,
Yeah,
right?
to be like, this is what people compared it to. This thing that I
Not to mention, which is also recent information, there was hella more FBI informants and agents on site on January 6th than. Well,
Wait,
exactly.
didn't they just release that the
Yeah.
bombs were planted by
Well,
Federals?
that hasn't been confirmed yet,
Oh.
but that is another part of the story that hasn't been really addressed. Like they can forensically identify who set off an IED in Iraq by the fingerprint off of a bomb that got exploded into thousands of pieces, but they didn't know who the January 6th pipe bombers were, which was intact devices that were actually like real devices that could have exploded, but they didn't. And then now they're kind of getting to the bottom of that story. So I'm fascinated to find out what the hell happens there.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
Yeah, that is pretty crazy.
But yeah, you're right. If all these things are true, you don't need to fucking ham fist it. Yeah.
That's always been my thing. Just tell people the real shit. That's what the news was always supposed to be, as far as my understanding. What's the deal? The deal is we tell the public what is, and then you decide whatever you want from it, right? And I just think that promise has been
But I
broken over and over again.
During, man, one of the presidencies, like in the 90s or whatever, right? Up until that point, every publication had to, if it was like news or whatever, you had to have at least 30% of your material showing the opposing side.
That's called the fairness doctrine.
Yeah, so it used to be more fair.
Yeah.
Then whatever president during
Reagan.
that time, was it Reagan?
It was Reagan.
Yeah, a Republican, right? And he's like, we don't need to do that shit no more. And then it got passed. And then so now they can go as hard as they want to on just one side.
Yeah, and that sort of started the spiral of opinion news,
Mm-hmm.
which is what we see all the time now. We don't even see real news anymore. We just see opinion everywhere, wall to wall.
Real news is here though. That's why we're
It's on JK News, brother. I'll tell you that.
This is
And-
the place where you get it.
Real news and ball knowledge, dog. I'll tell you that.
Mm-hmm. I'll talk about the ball sacks. You could talk about the basketball.
Cool, man. That's sick.
Sick.